Hey, what's going on everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com, coming back to you with another video. And this is gonna be a complete tutorial that breaks down everything you need to know about rank. So if you're looking to get into buying and selling books to sell on Amazon FBA and you're going to thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, auctions, and you're starting to get books or you want to get books, or maybe you have a huge pile of books at your house right now and you're like, I don't know what books I should continue to buy. What's a good rank? Should I buy 50,000 rank or less? Or what if I find a book that's 4 million? Don't worry, I'm gonna break everything down from 0 to 100K rank and what profit margins I look for. 100K to 500,000 rank books. 500K to a million to 3 million, and 3 to 5 million. I'm gonna break down exactly how much profit I'm looking for, and I'm also gonna give you some really good tips for kind of advancing as a book reseller and some other like tools and techniques that you should use. So if you guys are ready to rock and roll, cue that intro. All right guys, welcome back. So in this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know about sales rank, okay? This is gonna help you tremendously. I wish I knew this when I first got started selling books on Amazon FBA. So first off, let me talk about rank. What exactly is rank? The easiest way to put it is rank is like a snapshot in time. Rank is always changing. Rank is going up or it's going down based on sales velocity. So if we have a book, let me grab a book right here. This is a book called The Power of Positive Thinking. This is a really fast-selling book. I think it's like a 5 or a 10,000 rank book. This book right now, let's just pretend it is a million rank book, okay? If this book is 1 million rank book and it doesn't sell for a week straight, it's probably gonna go up to like 1.2 million, 1.3 million. There's no science to this, but if a book doesn't sell, the rank goes up. If this book's at a million rank and it sells 10 copies over the next couple days, it's probably gonna drop down less than 100,000 rank. One of my mentors, Caleb Roth, who owns the software Scout IQ, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about Scout IQ, he said if a book's ranked a million, I believe he said if a book is ranked a million and it sells, it will typically go down to about 100,000, 200,000 ranks. So that's interesting to know because everything we're gonna be talking about is rank ranges, right? We're gonna be talking about what ranks we should be focusing on. And the truth of the matter is you don't wanna focus 100% on rank. If you're just getting started selling books right now and you're using the Amazon Seller app, that's great. It's a free app, it's great. You can go scan barcodes, you can make a lot of money. I used the Amazon Seller app for years. But if you're really trying to make the best decisions and you don't want to lose money and you want to sell your books fast and you want to make better decisions, you want to get something called Scout IQ because they have a piece of data that's called the eScore. So I'm gonna put a link on the screen. It's called RaikenProfit.com/ScoutIQ. You get a free 21-day trial. And they have something called eScore. Now, what is eScore? eScore is the amount of days over a 6-month period a book has sold. Now, why is this important? Because when you're making decisions, you don't wanna make decisions just solely on rank. We're gonna cover rank, and trust me, I'm not gonna break my promise. I'm gonna share everything you need to know about what ranks to buy and how much I'm looking for profitability. But to be 100% honest with you, if I could go back in time and change anything about my book business, and I've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of books, it would have been the fact that I wish I got Scout IQ because of eScore, because rank is always changing. You can buy a book that is, let's just say a 500,000 rank, and maybe you're at like a flea market and you spend $15 on the book. And let's just say the book is selling for 50 bucks, so you think you're gonna make $20. It sounds like a good deal, but what if that 1 million rank book only sells once a year? And maybe it's only at a million rank or a 200,000 rank, whatever I said. Maybe it's only at a 200,000 rank because it just sold. What if that book doesn't sell for another 5, 6, 8 months? It's gonna go up to 3 million rank, 4 million rank, 5 million rank. So what's the answer? The answer is in Scout IQ's eScore, because the eScore is gonna give you a better picture of how often the book is selling, how many days has it sold. Because honestly, buying books based on sales rank it's better than nothing. It's better than going out there blind. But if it takes you a week or 2 weeks to send it into Amazon FBA, things could completely change. So that's my case for Scout IQ. I'm not here to sell you on Scout IQ. There's other competing softwares out there, but that's just what I personally use. And I think that having that data can make a huge difference. So with that out of the way, let's just pretend that we don't have eScore. Let's pretend we don't know anything about Keepa charts, which is essentially just graphs that share with you how many times a book is sold and the price differences over time. Let's pretend that doesn't exist and you're only using the Amazon Seller app. What ranks do you want to focus on? 0 to 100,000, boom, money, amazing rank. Since it's such a fast turner, is that even a word? A fast flipper, a fast turner? Turning and burning. Since those books are moving, sometimes I'll take only $2 profit, $3 profit. If I could spend $1 and make $2 profit, that's over 100% ROI, then why not? So 0 to 100,000 rank, I'll accept a couple dollar profit. Why not? 100,000 rank to 500K, I definitely want to make a little more, typically $3 to $7 profit on my money, but it's still a very solid rank. How often is a book selling if it's 0 to 100,000 rank? Anywhere from hundreds of copies a day if it's less than 10,000 or less than 1,000. Around 100,000, I'd say it's turning a couple times a day. 100,000 to 500K, it's probably selling maybe once a day or every couple of days, maybe upwards to a week. 500,000 rank to 1,000,000 rank in books, I'm usually looking for around a $4 to a $10 profit. And again, this is all he say, she say, because in a perfect world, I'd be using Scout IQ and I'd be looking at the e-score to make better decisions. But again, we're playing this game right now. 500K to 1,000,000, I'm usually looking at like a $4 to a $10 profit because sometimes they could turn pretty quick and other times they might take a little while because again, an 800K or a 900K could turn into a 2,000,000 rank pretty quick. Once you start getting into 1,000,000 to 3,000,000, you want to be a little more careful as a complete beginner. Now, if you're spending 25 cents to $1, then there's really, nothing, it's not like a huge risk. But if you're going to like flea markets or auctions, or you're buying textbooks and you're starting to spend quite a bit of money on your inventory, you definitely want to be careful once you start getting in a 1 to 3,000,000 rank. You want to start looking at factors such as how many sellers are there? How old is the book, right? Because some editions become so old, if you're dealing with textbooks, they just really stop selling. How many sellers are there? Because sometimes there's price wars. The more sellers there are, sometimes based on seasonality or just more sellers coming in, you have repricers battling each other, or people are trying to liquidate their inventory, so be careful. Once I get to 1,000,000 to 3,000,000 rank without having the data such as the e-score and using Scout IQ, I'm usually looking for like an $8 to a $30 profit. Once I start getting into 2, 3,000,000 rank books, and if there's a lot of sellers, maybe there's a lot of FBA sellers, then I usually want my profits a little higher. If there's only maybe 1 or 2 FBA sellers and the rank's at 2.5 to 3,000,000, but there's a lot of reviews and a lot of social proof, sometimes I'll spend $3 on a book to make 8 or 9 or 10 bucks. But just be careful. And when you start getting over 3,000,000, 3 to 5,000,000, you definitely want your risk versus reward to weigh in your favor a little bit more. So what I mean by risk and reward is how much are you risking versus the reward? It wouldn't make sense, as in this example, to spend $2 on a book to make $2 profit. Well, that makes sense for this rank range, but I'm not gonna spend, $2 to make $2 profit with a 4,000,000 ranked book if there's a ton of FBA, like regardless, it doesn't even matter how many FBA sellers there are. Like I'm looking for higher margins because the higher the rank, again, considering we don't have any data from Keepa charts or eScore, you're putting your money on the line and your money could be better served. There's so many opportunities out there to find profitable books at library sales, thrift stores, all over the place, right? So once you get to 3 to 5,000,000, you definitely want your margins working in your favor a little better, your risk and reward, leveling out a little more. And once you get over 5,000,000, you really want to make sure it's going to be a banger. So what some Amazon sellers do is once they get over 5,000,000, they create a little, a high rank merchant fulfilled bookshelf at their house, and they start to merchant fulfill all of their books because they don't want to have all the books sitting in the FBA warehouses accumulating fees and long-term storage fees, so on and so forth. So that is an option. Me personally, this is all for Amazon FBA, for selling fulfillment by Amazon. Selling as a merchant, things typically take a bit longer to sell. I'm more towards like making the passive income. And I know there's a lot of active income in books, but the cool thing about selling on Amazon FBA is once you ship everything to the warehouse, it is somewhat passive income because you could sit back and enjoy and reap the rewards of your hard work. So anyways, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but these are the ranks that I want to focus on. 0 to 100K, love it. A couple dollars profit is fine because these are typically fast turning. 100 to 500K is still very solid because again, you might be thinking 500K sounds like a lot, but the book category is huge. So in other categories that are smaller like video games, a 50,000 rank is horrible, but a 200,000 rank in books is great, it's excellent. Really anything under 1,000,000 if you're a brand new seller is still very solid, very solid. Again, take a look at factors such as how many FBA sellers there are. The more, sometimes the prices will fluctuate over time. What are the reviews on the product? How old is the textbook? factors such as that. 1 to 3 million is still okay, but be a little more careful. You want to definitely start making more profit. And once you get to 3 to 5 million plus, you want to be really making sure that your money, like, it's okay if I never see that money again. And that's fine. Like, I would happily spend $1 on a book and get 100 books that are all 4, 5, 6 million ranked, because all it takes is 1 or 2 of those to pop, and then everything else kind of pays for itself. So that's my mindset on it. If you guys have any more questions regarding sales rank, e-score, selling books, let me know. If you're wondering, what's a good e-score, typically I like to keep my e-score over, 20 or 30. So these books are selling at least, once a day or once every other day. But I still buy plenty of books that are only a 7 e-score or a 5 e-score, which are kind of landing in like this 1 to 3 million rank. But again, I want to make sure I'm making $10, $15, $20, $30 profit. This is a sweet spot right in here. And the e-score, probably between like 30 to like 90 is the sweet score if you're taking a look at that metric. So with that being said, hopefully you found a lot of value in this video. I love selling books. I've sold tons of books. I've taught my mother how to sell books. I've taught a lot of people on YouTube how to sell books. And I think books are going to be profitable for years from now. Even though a lot of people are like, oh, everything's going digital, they're going to be around. People love reading books, and there's a lot of money to be made. So with that being said, keep on picking and making that money, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.